His name, magical indeed, is associated with the greatest hours of glory of the 1950s Montreal Alouettes. He led the Bishop's University Gaiters to the highest levels of honor in Canadian university football and left his name to the stadium of fellow members of his former team. Enthroned in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, Bruce Coulter could not avoid being assaulted by an illness which strikes men of his age, notwithstanding their physical fitness or whether they're solid as a rock.
There are two diseases which are common in men as they get older, benign prostatic hyperplasia and prostate cancer. So most men will have symptoms of decreased urinary stream and frequency, getting up at night, and this is not a sign of cancer itself. It's most of the time is due to the benign prostate, and the prostate gland enlarges with age. The channel to urinate goes through the prostate, and once the prostate is enlarged, it will block the canal and creating symptoms. If the medication is not working, or the man doesn't agree to take medication forever, we can do a prostate surgery, as Mr. Coulter had, just to relieve the obstruction.
Well, that was a little bit traumatic because it was a prostate procedure. And everyone's concerned about that, particularly older men like myself. They performed an operation on me, and it worked very fine and was successful, and I've been pleased about the result.
A second hardship was to come. With the outlook of having to cope with diabetes in oncoming years, he called for the help of a group of specialists, one that comes to the rescue of numerous diabetics to this day.
I discovered that I had diabetes, and I went through the usual procedures, and I have to take insulin. And finally, a few years ago, I discovered that at Hotel Dieu, they offered a course in diabetes management. And quite sincerely, it really changed my life. I've been able to control the diabetes much better now.
We try to take each person individually, and we see them in a group of 6. But we also take them individually, and we try to look at the different aspects of their lives. What can they improve? How can we help them?
They had a week-long session, endocrinologists, nurses, nutritionists, and they taught me how to manage it properly, and I'm very grateful to them for that week. I'm living a normal life. I really am. I just have to be a little bit more careful than most, and I have to watch my diet. I'd be happy to tell anyone that asked that if they're having trouble with management of their diabetic problem, then they should get in touch with the CHU. Everyone there spoke English very well indeed, and even those that didn't made an extra effort to be able to help me and my colleagues out. The transition from the old Sherbrooke Hospital to the CHU was just unremarkable. It was, I mean, part of it was remarkable because the transition went very smoothly, and we needn't worry at all.
A happy ending, thanks to the many contributors and specialists who allowed our champion to stay in touch with his environment and benefit from a large circle of fans who remain his biggest fans.